In a quiet village nestled between emerald hills and silver rivers, there lived a man named Oriv. From his childhood, he felt a pull deep within him, a silent whisper guiding him towards something greater. Yet as he grew, life's noise began to drown that whisper. The demands of his family, expectations of society, the struggle to earn and survive, all built walls around his silent compass. One morning, feeling utterly lost, he decided to leave the village to find clarity. He walked for days through forests, valleys, and misty plains, carrying nothing but a staff and a waterskin. On the seventh day, exhausted, he collapsed beneath an ancient bodhi tree. As he drifted between sleep and wakefulness, he dreamt of an old sage with eyes like the sky at dawn. The sage said to him, "Why do you seek outside what has always been within?" Oriv replied, "Because I am lost, Master. I cannot hear my purpose. I cannot feel my path." The sage placed his palm upon Oriv's chest and whispered, "Your compass is not broken, it is buried beneath the dust of your mind. Align your being with your spirit, and you shall never be lost again." When Oriv awoke, tears streamed down his face. For the first time, he felt a stillness deeper than sleep. The forest around him seemed to breathe with him. He rose, feeling a radiant warmth in his heart, and walked back to his village, no longer searching outside, for he had found the silent compass within. Spiritual alignment is the silent compass within us. It is the art of tuning every part of your being, your thoughts, emotions, actions, and energy to the truth of who you are. Yet, most people drift through life like fallen leaves upon the river, thinking they are free, while the currents of fear, past wounds, and external expectations carry them wherever they please. But spiritual alignment is different. It is like a tree rooted deep into the earth while its branches reach the heavens. It does not seek approval from the wind nor fear the coming storm, for it stands in silent confidence of what it is. Alignment begins when you stop chasing shadows outside and start observing the silent pull within you. You see, every one of us has a unique frequency, a soul song that carries our true desires, gifts, and essence. When you act against this frequency, you feel drained, anxious, and lost. When you align with it, life flows with an almost magical ease. Synchronicities appear. People who resonate with your truth are drawn to you. Opportunities open without force. But why do we fall out of alignment? Because from childhood, we are taught to betray ourselves. When a child dances wildly in joy, society says, "Stop, behave." When a child cries deeply in sadness, they say, "Stop crying, be strong." Slowly, layers of shame and suppression bury the authentic self. We begin to live a life of roles, wearing masks upon masks, forgetting the silent face beneath them all. Spiritual alignment is the path of remembering. Remembering what you loved before the world told you what to love. Remembering how it felt to wake up excited simply because you existed. Remembering that silent knowing that there is a deeper purpose beyond survival and struggle. And how do you return to this alignment? First, by stillness. In the silent spaces between thoughts, you will hear the whispers of your soul. Meditation is not just a practice of peace, but of tuning your inner compass. When your mind is filled with noise, there is no space for truth to speak. Second, by honesty. Alignment requires radical honesty with yourself. Are you living a life that reflects who you truly are, or who you think you must be to be loved and accepted? Every lie you tell yourself creates an energy of fragmentation. Your spirit desires wholeness, and wholeness can only come from truth. Third, by surrender. Spiritual alignment is not about control. It is about trust. Imagine sailing a boat with the wind at your back versus rowing against the current. When you align with your spirit, Life becomes a dance of flow. You take inspired action, but you trust the direction of the wind. Surrender does not mean inaction, it means moving with wisdom and faith. There is a story of a lotus seed buried beneath thick mud. 4 years, it remains dormant, surrounded by darkness, never seeing the sun. But within that seed lies an unbreakable truth, that it is meant to bloom. One day, it begins its journey upwards, pushing through the heavy mud, feeling resistance, uncertainty, and darkness. But it keeps moving towards the light it cannot see but only feels. This is spiritual alignment. You move not because the world tells you to, but because your spirit pulls you towards the light it knows exists beyond your current darkness. Many people fear alignment because it often requires letting go of the life built from misalignment. Relationships built on untruth may fall away. Careers chosen from fear may crumble. Identities constructed from trauma may dissolve. But what is left behind is something no loss can take, your authentic self. And when you begin to live aligned, even your smallest actions carry a power beyond logic. A smile becomes a blessing. A word becomes a healing. Your mere presence calms storms within others. Because alignment is not just about what you do, but about what you become, a channel of truth, love, and wisdom flowing effortlessly through you. Great sages, saints, and mystics were not supernatural beings. They were humans who chose alignment above all else. They stopped arguing with reality and started listening to it. They let go of their limited mind and became instruments of the universal mind. That is why their words carried power, their silence carried healing, their presence carried peace. Today, ask yourself, am I living in alignment with my spirit, or am I living as a puppet of my fears? When you wake up in the morning, do you feel pulled by your purpose, or pushed by your worries? When you speak to others, do your words arise from your truth or from your insecurities? When you sit alone in silence, do you feel lonely or do you feel connected to something deeper? Spiritual alignment transforms every dimension of life: health, relationships, abundance, and purpose. Because when your energy is aligned, your life becomes aligned. It is said that the purpose of life is not to become something greater, but to return to what you always were. A wave does not have to struggle to be water. It simply remembers. The same applies to you. You are already what you seek to become. The journey is not towards achieving something new, but towards removing everything that hides your truth. So close your eyes now, and feel your breath. Notice how your breath does not struggle. It flows in, it flows out. It does not force itself to align with life. It already is life. Your spirit is the same. Stop forcing. Start listening. Your compass is not broken. It is simply waiting for your silence.